Hello, my name is Dan Johnson and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing the brand new Steelbook for Doctor Who, which is Series 13. I mean, it's been a while since we had a new Steelbook, and from the looks of things, we're not going to get many more. I think we have the Abominable Snowman, and that's it, I think, because they're not doing any more animations. But we do have this one, and it seems like we're not going to be getting a home media release for either the Daleks individually, so that means that we're going to get a specials one probably by the end of the year. So this will be the last release for a little while, because I'm actually not entirely sure when the Abominable Snowman comes out. It might be next month for all I know, but I'm sure we'll have things in between to talk about. But now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Let's take a look at the Steelbook.
The front has a lovely image of Jodie here in this amazing painted style that I absolutely love. Then the last time that we saw this, it was in when there was this done one. They did one for Series 12 that was very similar, but the Series 10 one I think was probably the most fetching out of the lot. I think that this one matches up to that quite nicely. I mean, look at these colours. You've got a white there, an orange there, and it all blends lovely into this kind of spacey background, which I think looks brilliant and wraps around the entire Steelbook. You know, look at the little flicks of, I'm going to say paint. I know it's not paint, but still. And then you have across the hair a kind of pixelization effect, which I think is quite cool and is a nice element to the design. But then, yeah, I really love the look of the Steelbook. The logo looks cool, but I think is different from the last one. And obviously the subtitle Flux, but they've also left in the 13th series. I was surprised to see that there were only 2 discs within this set, as you can see down at the bottom. But we'll take a look at them later. For now, we're going to go to the back where we have a blurb. We have a look at our companions there, Yaz and Dan, and of course the back of the Steelbook, along with a whole bunch of special features. There are things like bringing Carvanista to life, the Flux story breakdown that Chibnall did after the series ended, which I don't know whether was the best idea in the world. But then you have a few other things that haven't been on anything else. In fact, I think you've got one. The only thing that I've noticed that is different that you get with this that you don't get with anything else is an audio commentary of Chapter 2, War of the Centaurans. But that is it. So when I come to watching that episode, maybe tonight, who knows, I will definitely put on the audio commentary. I don't really care much for them. But with this time, if they've done it especially, I wondered what was so important about the episode that they had to do a commentary for it. But we'll have to see in time. And then we have a cast list, and then following the cast list, right at the bottom of the screen, we have our technical details. This is obviously a Region 2 release and contains the entire Flux series, so I'm afraid there's no Revolution of the Daleks or Eve of the Daleks within this set. Then, if we take the sleeve off, you have the full image of Jodie there, once again looking brilliant, really brings out all of those colours down at the bottom. And then if we flip the Steelbook over, we have the full image of the companions, Dan and Yaz. I think are really nice representations of them, with the whole Flux sort of line thing going across in the same way that it is across the front. I just think that's a lovely piece of artwork. And on a Steelbook, it just looks incredible. But as I mentioned earlier, there's a kind of wrapping that goes around the Steelbook, and it's that Flux pattern. But I want to say that I really love the spine for this one. I think it looks absolutely brilliant, especially for a person that doesn't keep the cardboard on their spines, on their Steelbooks. I think that this looks absolutely brilliant. I love the colours across it, the simplicity, I suppose, of it. I just think that looks amazing. The logo on it, excellent. Excellent work. When we open up the case, we have the discs, and we also have a selection of art cards. We'll talk about the discs momentarily, but let's take a look at the stuff on the left first. So we have a series of art cards. So if we take the sleeve off, just off camera, and then if we go through them, so we have the first one here with Yaz, Dan, and the Doctor. That was the promo image that they used quite a lot for Series 13. And then some of the character posters, these are the initial ones. I mean, there were absolutely loads. They were still about 15, 16 by the end. So we have the Doctor here, we have Yaz, and we have Dan with his wok. They're pretty nice cards. I mean, you could have gone with a lot of stuff with this one. I think that there's some beautiful artworks. Like I'd probably be quite happy if they just gave us like screenshots, to be honest, of some of the best shots. I can imagine that. But yeah, art cards are never something that goes amiss. I've recently reshuffled my art cards behind me, so they need to find a place somewhere, and might require a lot of moving around once again. But then if we take out the contents piece, you have a peek at the Doctor and Dan there, as well as the disc of content, the contents of the discs rather, with chapters 1 through to 4 being on disc 1, and then 5 and 6 being on disc 2. Okay. That's not right, though. So both artworks of the discs are the same. We have disc 1, because obviously it's only a short series, only 6 episodes, so they had no need to do a 3-disc set, I suppose. It would have been nice, but nevertheless. So we have disc 1, if I can get the thing to focus. Please. Thank you. Disc 1 here with The Halloween Apocalypse, War of the Sontarans, Once Upon a Time, and extras. Now, what I did notice, quite confusingly, if we take a look at the disc contents, so they've got disc 1 has 4 episodes, which is simply not true. Because episode chapter 4 is Village of the Angels, and it's in disc 2, so that's wrong. I don't know quite how they've done that, but they have somehow got the disc contents wrong of the set that they themselves produced. But well done, guys. I wonder if anyone else has that issue. So do let me know in the comments below. And if we take a quick look at disc 2, nevertheless, they've really stuck with the theme here, and they've really kind of, in my opinion, overused this piece of artwork slightly too much, with the Doctor, Yaz, and Dan taking the back spot on the Steelbook.
And so it's all packed up into the box, and it's really nice to have a new Steelbook to go through. I intend to watch Flux this week again. I think maybe the 3rd time for some of the episodes, if not the 4th for a few more. But my other issue, which I kind of alluded to during the review, is that the artwork is very repetitive within the Steelbook. Compared that they only have to fill out a few pieces, the art cards, the background image, the disc arts are all the same photo. I just think that maybe with all the stuff that was available for Series 13 Flux, you could just maybe use some of that. Use an image of the Dalek ship or something like that. You know, that shot when the Flux destroys them, of course, is the one I'm talking about from the final episode. There's so many beautiful things that could be added onto disc art and even the background art of the Steelbook. And they went with the promo art, which is a lovely piece of imagery, but still a bit odd. And there's also the weird sort of disc fault thing where they have, it's either the discs that are misprinted or the disc contents which are misprinted, but we will have to see. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. What are your thoughts on Flux? I won't say mine because I'm kind of getting bored of talking about Flux in detail, but I have the playlist which is full of my Flux reviews, where I reviewed all of the episodes individually as they came out, and for the most part, apart from the final episode, they haven't changed that much. But you should go and have a look at that if you are interested. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you go like, subscribe if you're new. I shall see you soon.